మేడం స్టార్ట్ అయింది.
All the students are requested to please maintain silence, especially the backbench students. Please do not make any noise.
వీడియోతో పాటు ప్రీవియస్గా ఉన్నాయి చేశారా
ఉన్నాయి
అది కూడా కావాలి ఫోటోస్ ప్లస్ వీడియో
ఉన్నాయి సార్
అంత కావాలి
ఓకే
Good morning to one and all. I am Dr. Chaitanya, working as an associate professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. On behalf of Chaitanya Deemed to be University, welcome the Chief Guest, Chancellor, Vice President, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Deans of various streams, President, Convener, Coordinators, all other faculties, my young graduates, press and media to this grand IIC 5.0 calendar activity 2, a workshop on My Story Motivational session by successful innovators. Now it's time to invite all our dignitaries onto the dais. I feel proud in inviting Dr. G. Shankarlingam Garu, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, onto the dais. Thank you, sir. I cordially invite Dr. P. Cheralu Garu, Dean, BSc Agriculture and Honors, onto the dais. I take immense pleasure in inviting Dr. G. Suresh Garu, President of Institute's Innovation Cell, onto the dais. I'm glad to invite Mr. Vedan Nayak Garu, the CEO and founder of Bonhukat Lower Foods Private Limited, onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now, coming to today's activity, that is a workshop on My Story Motivational session by successful innovators. The expert speaker shared with the students how he left budding corporate career in order to carry on with his passion, but only after the enterprise has grown to that level that it could not be managed part-time and was generating enough revenue. So, we are very fortunate to have your valuable presence over here, sir, today. Now, really I'm happy for being the part as a coordinator, for taking part as a coordinator for the innovation activity. I thank the management and our dean sir for providing me such an golden opportunity. Now it's time to take valuable suggestions from our dignitaries. Hence, I request Dr. G. Shankarlingam Garu, the Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, to preside over the session by sharing his valuable words.
Good morning to all. Respected Honorable Chancellor, Dr. C.H. Purushottam Reddy sir, Vice Chancellor. Chancellor Professor Damodar Garu, Registrar Ravindra Garu, and all my colleagues, teams, and my faculty and my dear students. A warm welcome to all the students and dignitaries on the stage for the second activity of Institutions Innovation Council. So first of all, I congratulate our team. They have initiated and came forward and seriously working for organizing these activities. Especially I congratulate and appreciate our President Dr. Suresh Garu and Convener Srinivas Naik Garu, Innovation Coordinator Nisha Madam, and other coordinators in various activities like startup, internship, and placement, like industry institute collaboration activity, and so many things will be coming forward. Today, the session is my story motivational session by successful innovators. So, my suggestion to all the students. So, it is very difficult to become an entrepreneur rather than an employer, because you are always having a goal to become an entrepreneur instead of working as an employee, under an employer. So for this, you should have some innovative ideas and thought processes. Just I suggest briefly about what is innovation, what is the process of innovation. Every good idea starts with a thought, and then the idea grows into a plan, and finally into a product. Our ultimate goal is to build a product, but that will be start with an idea. If you have some idea, just come forward and try to plan it, and then finally you think about to build a product. So that is about actually the innovation. So artificial intelligence has the potential to respond to the innovation process and optimize today's company processes. Most of them are now speaking about artificial intelligence that is changing our business processes today. So at the beginning stage, we are looking to the current problems and will come up with a small solutions in the form of projects. So first, we should have a knowledge to analyze the current problems and come up with a small project. Once we give a solution for every small project, then we will get an idea to invent something. So that is the project which will be wants to be built. Once we define these potential project areas, then we look into how we can solve them and how difficult it is to solve these problems. And we go through the theorizing exercise. First, we have to exercise about all the current problems and come up with a small projects. Once we test it, then we come to an idea, and finally we have to choose one project which will be giving as our invention phase. Next, we go to the invent phase, and the goal of the invention phase is to de-risk the technical feasibilities of the solution. First, once we have a idea and solution for a current problem, and we have to test whether it is feasible or not technically. So once we decided that it is technically feasible, then we will come to the invention phase. So we go to the agile experimentation and we analyze the problem, and we will also understand the business feasibility. Once we have invented that product, what would be the business feasibility? Whether it is feasible or whether it is market price, maybe we'll get a good business. Because innovation will ultimately gives a product that should be sent to the market, and it should be also be profitable. We have to think about profit. Like we have to think sometimes commercial. When it is not feasible, maybe a startup or innovation will be in a question mark. So I suggest all the students try to come up with your ideas and finally to conclude to build one product and start your innovation today itself. And you can, I hope all your students are seriously working on this activity, and this session may be helpful because already the innovator, success innovator came across came from the Hyderabad and wants to give a session for you. I'm very thankful to Mr. Vedant Nayak, the CEO and Lower Foods Private Limited, and his session will help us to motivate us and to start our own innovation and as well as startup company. Thank you for giving this opportunity to all the organizers. And thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for presiding over the function and briefing out certain terms like innovation and invention, and also explaining certain factors like feasibility, profit, and commerciality, etc. Thank you, sir. Now, we are really thankful to Mr. Vedant Nayak, who is the CEO and founder of Bond Bookart, for accepting our invitation and for having your valuable presence over here, sir. Now, coming to the profile of Sir, Mr. Vedant Nayak is CEO and founder of Bond Bookart, Lower Foods Private Limited. Mr. Vedant, a computer science engineering graduate, had worked as a consultant for Wipro Technologies for 5 years and then later started his first food delivery startup, yourmorning.com, in 2015, which was based out of Hyderabad. Bond Bookart, which is Lower Foods Private Limited, was founded in May 2018 by Mr. Vedant Nayak as a food and grocery super app. Bond Bookart is DIPP Startup India and Startup Odisha. Recognized Bond Bookart got selected by an Austin, Texas, that is USA-based accelerated firm. Coming to USPs, AI food and grocery search engine, compare, order and save from leading food and grocery delivery apps, and DRB Direct, that is dignitizing restaurants and kirana stores, which is powered by ONDC. And coming to smart stores, QR code enabled neighborhood stores with inventory, order management and smart payment system. Even we can shop through apps, earn rewards by shopping from top apps. Bond Bookart Social, an interactive platform for food lovers that allows them to share food stories, recipes and even videos also. Bond Bookart has presence in Hyderabad and 3 more eastern cities with 35,000 plus users and 1,000 plus onboarded merchants and 50 plus top apps integrated. Having run a food delivery startup, Mr. Vedant understands the problems faced by restaurants as well as by the end users. I take privilege in inviting our chief guest for the workshop session on a story motivational session by successful innovators with a detailed profile of you, sir. Really, we are very lucky to have you over here, sir. We have a small poster inauguration with our chief guest. It was nice.
Good morning. Good morning all. Thank you sir, thank you Chancellor sir, Dean sir and the panel members for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to and I'll start with my introduction. I'll try to be much more interactive with you guys regarding the startup and the innovation part. I'll stick to the technology side of the things and how the things are changing and how the government is going to help you out as an student on the field. I'll start with my introduction as ma'am already introduced about myself, but I'll brief a little bit about me. So I started my career as a consultant for Wipro Technologies. I worked there for 5 years. I worked on various projects like British Petroleum, tourism and CLK Energy. At that point of time, something struck in me and why the startup thing came and what motivated me, that was totally related to my personal experiences, that problems that I face as an individual. So, as I told you, my professional experience, so From there on, the journey of my startup started, and I started my first food delivery startup in Hyderabad back in 2015. And that company later got acquired by a bigger firm, and I had to shut it down. Then I started my second startup, that is called Firm. So I'll start with my thing.
I request all the dignitaries to please occupy the front row chairs. Thank you, sir.
Right chat view, enter text for chat, cancel and line ఉంది. సాయి
That's all. Company call. That is.
సాయి జూమ్ అవుతారా అవుతుంది సాయి అవుతుంది చేస్తుంది ఓకే చేస్తుంది
Okay, so let us start. How do ideas generate? Okay, and what motivates you to be a startup founder? What do you think that I want to ask? Any one of you may start with that thing.
Sure.
That any idea how the ideas generate? Just randomly you can't think of an idea. How does it start? Any one of you? Okay, so let me tell you my story how it started. So back in 2014, when I used to work as a software engineer for Wipro, so I used to wake up early in the morning and I used to think of like, I am very tired. How can I get a breakfast? Because at that point of time, the shops were not nearby. And if there are some local stores, and if I used to call them, they used to be like, we can't deliver, you have to come over. So that was a simple pain problem that I faced as a user. So I identified one problem statement. What if that store owners is going to give me the supply and the demand I am going to create? I have to build a medium. The medium should be a website or an app, and the delivery boy should be there. From this location to the other location, the food will be delivered and the ultimate goal will be achieved. Then, so that is the part of motivation was that let me solve this one problem statement of delivering the food from point A to point B. Similarly, for most of the founders, maybe for Uber, maybe for Swiggy, Tomato founders, even for Oyo founder. So for Oyo founder as well, his name is Nikhil Agarwal. And for him as well, he was unable to find a budget hotel. He identified, okay, this is the main problem. And what I should do. So the idea was, let me create a website wherein I'll get those budget hotels in my website, and I'll build a medium wherein the customers can go over there and they can choose with their flexibility and whatever they can. They can book a hotel and they can get a hotel nearby. So it starts with a problem statement, and similarly is the market gap. Okay. Then, as I said, I as a founder faced a problem statement. It shouldn't be limited to, okay, me and my friend is facing same problem, then I should create a startup. It shouldn't be like that. You have to understand, okay, who are your target audience? For me, as a food delivery user, for me, I will be targeting food and grocery delivery users. Those are my customers. How much big the market is? So, how much big market is will be your total addressable market. Total addressable market defines that how much number of users at present, what is the market? At present, the food and grocery delivery is 10 billion. So suppose you guys are starting a food delivery solution, then for you, that total addressable market will be your market. So you need to understand, is the same problem is faced by a lot of users, or is it just you and your friend, or 5 or 6 of you are facing that problem? So this is how it starts. This is how you start as an entrepreneur. And scalability, how will you scale up? You start with one city, you start with one area, one part of Warangal, then you scale. So for me, when I started, as I told you, I faced problem as a food delivery user. I created a solution, that was yourmorning.com. I got delivery boys, I got restaurants with me. I found out, okay, this is my market. At that point of time, Swiggy was just 1 year old. Food Panda was just 3 years old. Even I had to understand what is that market. Is the user going to? Now it's very simple to see. Because you can find Swiggy, Zomato, you guys will be ordering food daily, right? But at that point of time, you had to understand the market. How you are going to understand whether the users are going to use it, how big the market is, and how you are going to. For that, even you have to do market research. Okay. So this is how my motivation started. I started my journey by running yourmorning.com. Then secondly, while running yourmorning.com, I found a lot of challenges as a food delivery app and as a restaurant. Even we used to have few restaurants along with. I understood their challenges. Okay, for them, raw materials, how they are going to procure the raw materials, whether how affordable it is. Okay, so those few points were the things that motivated me to start Born. Okay, so as I said earlier, the game starts with the pain points. Okay, and that's how your startup journey starts. Okay? So I'll start with Born Booked again. In this case, again, what I have been now a second time founder. So for Born Booked, as a man told that one of our USPs, AI food and grocery search engine, wherein you compare the price of the food item or maybe the cost for two or the rating of that particular restaurant, and that gives you a curated result. So basically, we are trying to build something called a recommendation system. Okay. The problem statement what I faced, me as an user. One fine day I was sitting with few of my friends and we were having a get-together kind of a thing, and we thought of ordering a food online. Okay. While doing that, we were kind of confused that what should we order and from where to order, and what should be the cost, how much should be the costing will be, and from where. So that kind of decision making, what to order and what not to order, took us around 2 hours or something like that. From there we thought of why don't we build a recommendation system? Because students like you guys, you must be ordering food and grocery on a daily basis, right? For you, why let us not build a recommendation system where you will be getting as per your convenience that direct result, and you can order the food and grocery online within a single click through app. So this is my problem statement. My statement resonated with a lot of other users, and that is how Convoker came to life. So that was one of the reasons how Convoker started. So as I told you, the meta search engine was the recommendation system. Second, digitization of the local stores. You can see at present most of the restaurants are digitized right now, but there are grocery stores around and other retail stores who are yet to be digitized. And as you guys saw on COVID 2020, most of the local stores were trying to compete with the online, and they were not able to do that. So we found out something, chalo, why not we digitize it? But again, just by digitizing them, that is not going to bring them the sales or the revenue, or that is not going to help their last mile delivery. The last mile delivery means a delivery boy coming to the store to the customer end. So therein is something called ONDC comes up. ONDC is a government-backed project that is called Open Network for Digital Commerce. So here I'll go a little bit technical about it. So basically it is a open protocol wherein three participants come into the picture. One of the participants is the app who is digitizing the local store. Second is the protocol. Third is the buyer side. So here most of the major players, we are one of the participants. PhonePe, Paytm, Google Pay, those guys are the buyer side of the apps. We are the app which are digitizing the local stores. Okay, for an example, this is Bonbooker. I am digitizing a local store. That same store will be visible in PhonePe, Google Pay, and this. And there is one more player which acts as a logistics. So, for an example, there is a store nearby. You can see that store is digitized. That store is digitized by Bonbooker, but you can order through PhonePe, Google Pay, and that food will be delivered by Danjo or any other logistics. So basically, it's a collaborative method where the government has designed in such a way that all the stores across India, even in the rural areas as well, they can be digitized. And India Post has also started the integration of ONDC. So you can just imagine how the things are going to change and how the things are moving for Indian ecosystem and the Indian digital ecosystem. So basically, I told you about the innovation, but you have identified how to build that. But how to go about it? You need to build a product, right? You need to do coding in order to do that. So how to build a product? So you guys must be gathering around few coders with you guys. You guys will be hiring few people around it. Initially at the start, few of the friends join together as a co-founder and they start building the product. But once the product is built, there are two stages. That is minimum viable product and product market. Minimal viable product doesn't necessarily means that product is going to work in the market. Minimum viable product just ensures whether this product is going to work for 100 users, 200 users. Based on their feedback, that minimum viable product will be improved and again sent into the market for beta testing or maybe for the alpha testing, wherein the product market fit will come into. So product market fit will give you a basic idea whether this market is really needed in this scenario or is it just an extra addition that was not needed. So product market fit you need to understand. So basically when you develop a product, you need to keep on adding the features, you need to test in the market, you need to get to the customers, you need to validate the product with lot of other players, and on the basis of that your product building stage goes on. The next one. So the team building is the most, whenever we as a startup, whenever we reach out to investors for funding, the first question they ask is who all are in your team. The team is the basic foundation wherein the startups or the company. So you need to find someone who has a complementary skills. Maybe among you, there must be someone who is a good leader, who can manage a team well. Just like in cricket, maybe the captain is here, right? So there is a leader. There is someone who doesn't want to be a leader, but he is very skilled and he loves doing coding. For me, how I found my co-founder, basically he is my junior and he loves coding. He used to do coding. So he does the coding, I do the leadership part. I do the branding and other kind of things. So you need to find someone who has the same vision like you. The ultimate goal is to grow the product, is to achieve your aim, and that is how you find a co-founder. The communication has to be very straightforward with your co-founder. Okay, the running a company comes with lot of challenges, lot of failures. So you need to have a communication level with your co-founder, even with your team members, straightforward. Okay, this is how the things are going to be. This is going to be a bumpy road. Things are not going to be smooth, but we have to stick what we are going to do. So that is where the communication comes into the picture. Then you have to nurture the team and all those things come into the picture. After a certain stage, when your startups matures, then your board of directors come into the picture. When that is private limited and if your company is involved. So as I reach to a point wherein the team building comes, so here I will tell you that at present for student entrepreneurs, and India is in a very good stage right now wherein the government is pushing student entrepreneurs to start something. And when we passed, when I was a pass out, I didn't even knew what a startup is. At that point of time, only Flipkart used to be there. We didn't even knew what the entrepreneurs is. Right now, you guys have such an amazing opportunity, and you guys are today having a session on entrepreneurs. We never had that when I passed out from my college. And today, you guys can understand what a startup is. The government is pushing you, the government is giving you the funding. Chalo, build a product. Build a product, launch it in the market, let us see what is going to happen. It's not like the government, okay, if you are going to fail that, we are going to do this or that. That is not the case. The government is encouraging you to start. So, several schemes has been provided by government, that is Startup India Seed Scheme. SIDBI also provides like up to 1 crore, 10 lakhs to 1 crore of funding. Okay, they take certain states. Okay, other kind of things are Murga and all those kind of schemes are there. Department of Science, Department of Commerce, everyone are helping you out to build a product. So you need to find the main problem. Then you need to find the team. Then you need to start building. Funding will come up. If you guys have a dream, then I believe at this point of time, and if you are in India, then you should start a startup. And again, I would say that digital economy is growing like anything. The digital adoption rate is also increasing on a daily basis. If in tier 2, tier 3 cities, just imagine if the user audience starts ordering digitally in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Just imagine the level of potential we have at present time. So from here on, India is going to grow. So I would suggest you guys to start, take help from the government, and the government will help you out. I am reachable anytime through LinkedIn. If you guys need any assistance related to the government side of the things, I can provide you the links and I can give you the recommendation as well. Again, from the government side of the things, what we benefited, how we benefited. There is a entity called DIPP, which helps you out with the funding side of the things, and it again helps you out with the tax exemption. So if you are new as a starter, you don't need to pay tax to the government for the period of 7 years. So these are kind of the things that government is helping you out to start. Next. Okay. So as I told you that the running a startup is not going to be a smooth road, it's going to be bumpy. We had our times as well when we started, when we were launching our product. The product was not up to the stage. When we rolled out, not many users were coming up. The team members, they kind of backed out. So you need to stick to on. So basically the resilience is that failure is going to be there. There is no denial that you won't fail. But the failure kind of gives you a other kind of exposure. You kind of understand, yeah, chalo, this is where I made a wrong decision. Next time I won't repeat. So there is obviously going to be a failure. And as you can see, we all fail more than we succeed. And this is the famous wording from a CEO of Uber. Okay. So most of the entrepreneurs, that is not me, most of the entrepreneurs fail. And failure shouldn't stop you from starting startup. So you should start, you will fail, you will learn, and you will continue, and you have to stick to your plan. That's what I mean. Okay, the sales part comes in the latest stage, wherein you build your product, when your product market fit has been done and that is in the market to sell. So every startup founder has to be a sales guy. So basically every startup founder sells. So if you have to build a brand of your own, so you should start selling the thing. A startup founder sells everything. A startup founder sells his vision. He sells his vision. He sells his vision to the investors. Okay, this is how he sells his product to the customers. So how the sales should be? So you have to build a long-term relationship with everyone, with everyone in the ecosystem, the customers, your product owners, or the partners. All those has to be with you. So you need to understand what exactly to whom you are selling, what their pain points are. You have to you have to regularly take the feedbacks, and you should try to solve them, and you should have a long-term commitment with them. So basically, the thing should be is to build a long-term relationship. That is how you can repeat the repeat retention. So you as a customer, this you guys can understand. If you have a great experience of using a app, you will be obviously using that app on a daily basis. The customer experience, again, you as a founder has to sit with the customer, has to call them up. You have to understand if there is a negative feedback. Just try to talk to them, try to understand their pain points, and try to rectify it. Okay? That is how the customer retention is going to be, and you have to feel yourself in the customers. Okay? The emotional intelligence, that is one of the key factors that will help you out to run it, even if you are working in a bigger organization. So the emotional intelligence comes into that. So you shouldn't be, the emotion shouldn't take over your decision making process. So that is what their emotional intelligence is. You have to analyze, you have to understand how you are going to tackle this thing. Emotions shouldn't come over. And on the basis of that, you take the decision. Okay. So this is from my side. So I'll ask you guys that is there anyone in this hall today that has some idea and want to validate whether that idea is good or bad? You guys, anyone must be having a startup idea, right? You guys can share with me. Be very frank and we'll try to talk and we'll see whether you guys have the right idea or what can be done. So, anyone? No one? No one. And nobody wants to start a startup? You have to be very frank. You don't have to be. So most of the guys are from the computer science. Okay.
Is there anyone who have the idea of startup? The one guy that we see, is that boy? Yeah. Prashant, do we have anyone? If you have an idea, you can share. Anyone? Here I will. No one wants to.
to any investor, you kind of pitch your product. So this is how the pitch deck should be. So this is for your example or for your reference if you are starting a startup or reaching out to any investor. Okay. So this is the format from Ratan Tata. The Ratan Tata's office has made this pitch deck. If you are reaching out to even Ratan Tata in this in lot of startups, this is how it should be. So next slide. Okay. As I told before, the problem statement. Here you should be saying what your problem is, what the users are facing, what your problems the users are facing, and how to validate that problem. Here the solution, what solution you are providing in order to solve that problem. Unique selling proposition. What is unique in your product? How different you are from your competitors. This is where the unique selling product. Competition, barrier to entry. Competition and barrier to entry is what stops the other competitor from building the same product as yours. This is called barrier to entry. Revenue model, how you guys are going to earn the revenue. This is where the revenue model should be. Target market, as I told you, who will be your target, how many users are going to be there for you. Your product and services, that is same as the solution part. Milestones, if you are taking, for an example, if you are taking 1 lakh from someone, how well you will be utilizing the product and what milestones you are going to achieve. How much funding you are taking. That is the team, you and your co-founders. So this is all about the pitch deck part. Then you can open that. So this was the pitch deck. Okay, so this was the pitch deck that helped Uber to raise the first funding and to develop the Uber app. So this was the pitch deck that Uber used to raise the funding and launch this. So here they are saying what is the problem. Here you can see. So these are the problem statement. Then go to the next one. The Uber cab concept is the solution part here. See the on-demand car services and all those things. That was back in 2008. One click service is the solution part. What is the differentiator? How you are different from the existing service provider? Operating principles, how we are going to operate. This is how the product and service should look like. That is ubercab.com to the app and to the website. What are the use cases? How, why and when the users will be using the Uber cab? What benefits they are going to give to the users and to their partners? Those are the drivers. Environmental benefits. What is the traction? What is the data they have reached at that point of time? What is the technology they are trying to use? Then demand forecasting. That was one of the key differentiators for us. What is the market? That is total addressable market. Target cities, where they will be targeting and how they will be achieving the milestones. So these are the potential outcomes that says you that how much you are going to achieve even in the worst case scenario. get traction. So this is the thing. This is how the pitch deck and things work. And I have almost covered what can be done to start this startup. And if you guys have anything, then you can do. Thank you.
understanding. I don't understand why you all are creating such disturbance. Yes. So I'm expecting the students to pose more number of questions and you can directly interact with the resource person who is our chief guest today. So first, who are going to come forward first? First. See, the time is more valuable, ma. Don't waste your time. Come forward with your ideas. You'll be having a lot of innovative ideas, right? Regarding your project, whatever it might be. Okay?
installation of a faded lights of a vehicles. There is a trouble in the publicity and the reach of the people for the development of my daily amigos. The major is of my trouble is on the achieving the orders of the orders for me upon the installation. How can I get the or how can I achieve this type of publicity and the market?
What is the pain problem? What is the pain point?
It means getting restoration of faded lights, yellow lights and light rays will not fall upon the roads.
Light.
Headlights.
Okay, headlights. Okay.
Getting faded by this step of it's and one of the steps of my goal is to even a big norm of carriage by my friends and
Okay. So, how many of them are facing this kind of problems?
When the vehicle is about 2 to 3 years, when it is exposed to sun, layer of upper layer of central gets faded. 2 to 3 years, every day.
And you guys will be restoring that, right? Okay. So, what is the revenue of this project? Okay. So, who are your partners right now? Okay. So, you will be getting those products, means the headlights from the cost of ones. But in order to restore that, from where you are getting that? Online. How many of you have you sold sale? What is the sale? Have you sold any of the products?
I just sold, sir. I'm restoring.
उसको डिस्कस फिर से okay, so basically you will be restoring that. That's it, right? How big have you? How big the market is?
For every 2 years, every car we get
How many will be willing to do that? Any idea? Basic market research have you done?
buying and giving it 70% more money.
70% more work.
More money, more money. My work is of 30% of cost of the headlight. But buying of a new gets 70% excess money for the customer.
Okay, so you are saying in a way you will be saving the cost of the consumer. Okay, okay, okay.
Reach for them to get a idea of what it does.
Have you done it before? Or any one of them? For 70 to 80 you have already done.
By those people, I'm getting the orders. That's it. By the publicity, no one is grabbing this. No one knows exactly what is it's a count or not, it's a repeat or not. That's the problem.
So do one thing. How much cost your VI for testing? 400.
If you are cost to around 4,800 or 5,000, 5,000.
just try with one there are some. Naming that can be done. Digitally, there are a lot of medium strikes. That can be done. What you are doing in order some of the have you how the customers are using what bigger are you using Google Ads? You are using so you are using that ad manager, meta ad manager. You are using that? You can use Google Ads. Okay, so that is based on CPC cost per click and CPA. Lot of things are there.
That's good for the larger area.
No, you can select the radius or as per the pin code.
That is not.
That is in the Google Ads. You can reach out to me. I can let you know. You can send you some details or tell someone from my team who will help you out with that. You just go to Google Ads. Just there are different kind of campaigns. One is the ad solution that you don't need. For you it must be brand awareness. You can go over there. Just create a static website kind of thing. What you do, get the testimonials for 70 to 80 customers you have, right? Though those testimonials should be in your website. Create a static website. There are website vendors right now who go there and you can get a domain and everything. Just use Google Ads. It will hardly cost you around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. Okay. Brand awareness. Just select a specific pin code that you are targeting. You will start getting, people will start recognizing. And Facebook and Instagram that you are using, you should start using Ads Manager. That is different. Okay. That is different. There also you can target a location and based on that location you can reach out. Okay. And third will be the word of mouth.
By the word of mouth, the recommendation I am getting the answer because whoever done the work, I done the work for those, they will give me the friends of the.
One of the good things that you might have realized or not, you have a customer retention. The same customer is coming back to you, right? So that is a very good thing. That is the reason I told you. Get their feedback, tell them to write something about you, mention those in the website, and on the basis of that you can promote your services. And try to see you are working on this in one problem statement, that is restoration of data. There are other things maybe. There are other services also you can provide. You can think about it. Just think about it. What are the other problems your customers are? Just go to your customer and ask them what I can do most for you. Is there any other thing that I can do? Just work on that. You might have a good opportunity over there. A lot of services can do, but that is a good implicit. If you have tested with 70 to 80 customers and you are seeing there are lot of other customers are also there, then you should try this thing. You will start from today. How the way go to a website and it will take you around 5 to 6 minutes. Just go over there and start. That's everything. Okay, great. Thank you. And by for repairing of this customer when we take sure. Okay. So your costing, your operating cost will be 1K. Just so you are providing a solution where you will be reprogramming it, right? some of the guys will be working on that, right? What will be the operating cost? Programming, that coding team who will be doing it? Your team will be doing it? Anyone from the CAC, background session? So that will again, if you are trying to do it commercial, I'm not saying you are running it. If you are trying to do it commercial, then you need to think how much operating cost is going to be, how much you will be earning once you do the program. So that, okay, that's, if that is your objective, then that is fine. If you are thinking of the commercial part, then you can ignore this thing. If you want to run them, then try your pilot testing. So basically, I would suggest you, if you are not going commercial side of the things, you can ignore the costing part. Okay. But you can start the pilot testing of that thing.
Where are you going? Now sit.
You can start the pilot testing of it, gather some friends around who are going to do the reprogramming part, and try to, I believe that you are very much confident with the costing side of the thing. But again, try to do the pilot testing, reach out to those shop owners, and then you can validate your product. Okay. And the commercial part, if you are going with the commercial side of the things, then as I told, try to take care of the operating cost, how many resources will be involved in order to develop that product, what is the service and how much you will be getting. And the guy who told about that restoration thing, that is also a very interesting idea. So what I suggested you to do, start with the branding side of the things. That is with the Google Ads. Okay. Go ahead, set up a static website, get the testimonials from the existing customer. Try to figure out the areas where you will be trying to reach out to those customers. Okay. And on the basis of that, do Google Ads, Beta Ads Manager, and try to collaborate with any influencers or anything who are there. And the word of mouth. And the last thing I forgot to tell you, communicate. You need to communicate with them. Be in touch with them, with the partners, with the shop owners, or with those customers. You need to communicate and try to understand their pain problems, and also ask them, I am doing this thing for you. You have been our repeat customers. What other services I can do? Along with that, that's what we must do. Okay. And do it, then you can reach out to me in LinkedIn if you need any kind of digital marketing kind of thing. Okay. Anyone can reach out.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, I am third year IIC. I am studying third year. I want to present my idea regarding startup. So, me and my friends got this idea recently, and I also pitched this to our CP sir and dean. So, I would want to present to you to send. Okay? So, bear with me. Thank you, sir, for providing this opportunity. Actually, our startup name is Positivity. It is like podcast with different activities. So in this podcast, what we'll be doing, we'll be installing multiple television screens in our campus and as well as canteen. Okay, so what we'll be doing, we'll be providing all the notices and college informations, etc. The things we get from college, like if tomorrow is a holiday, everything will be displayed over there. So when you walk into corridors, there will be multiple screens where you can see your all information. With this, we'll be also providing ads from different companies like Byju's. How many of you know Byju's here? Everyone knows, right? So who are the target audience for Byju's? Who they want to show their services? Parents, students, right? So what we'll be doing, we'll be providing Byju's a direct medium to our startup that from where they can show their products, services directly to the students. Okay, are you getting me? Yeah. So and also we'll be developing an app. So our app will be social media app based, but will be the only accounts that will be in the app are ours, our university students. So we have many fond memories like of our college, different memories like with our friends and teachers, freshers party and everything. So we want to store that, like if we store that in our mobile phones, if we lose our mobile, they all are gone. We have to ask friends. So the images that you capture, you can share that every image in our app. In this app, only Chaitanya University students can make their account and see your pictures. After 4 years, in this social media app, your account will be on hold. But for lifetime, you can see your memories. You can show your memories to anyone you like. Okay. So now, coming to commercial side, how we will learn through this startup? So we'll be displaying ads, ad revenue. Many companies will be very much willing to pay us to show their ads, right? We are showing directly in colleges, directly to the students, and also we will keep ad subscriptions. Okay, you can ask, what if I pay you? What will you provide? Only storage? That's not enough, right? For subscription. So we'll be providing different things in our app, like birthday wishes. Suppose my friend's birthday is tomorrow, I'll raise a request in app that my friend's birthday is tomorrow. I want to display my friend's picture and wish him happy birthday. So here two things will happen. He will get revenue. We will charge something to display his photo. Across college in multiple TVs, his photo with happy birthday wishes will be displayed. Okay. And secondly, unknown persons will be wishing him, right? See, think it's your birthday, and third person who you don't know comes and wishes you happy birthday. You feel warm, right? You feel nice. So socialization in college also will be done through this. Any doubts up to regarding what I said? Okay. So this idea was pitched by me to CP sir. CP sir liked this idea. We are still in developing age. Like we thought of branding and everything, but funding is the problem from our college actually.
But he did a very good job of identifying the pain problem, because he exactly knew what is the pain point by the students. Basically, he was targeting you guys, that you are his target audience. And from the commercialization part of the side, that's part is very good. Then again, the second part wherein you were saying something about you will be charging something from the students or someone who will be joining that. That you can keep it free. You have to use the data, and that data has to be used in such a way wherein the Byju's or White Hat Junior or these guys, you have to provide them with this kind of data, use those data. On the basis of that data, they will be targeting that particular ad. Till the revenue will come. The first job for you will be to get the users on board. And we as an Indians, we will not pay for using an app. You need to get them on board. So the except for that thing, that is very good, and I would suggest you to validate it. Try to understand the total addressable market, how big the market is. Obviously, the students and most of our Indian population is 75% is working in India. So, and all are going to digital side of the things, and I believe that is going to be. Try to validate it, and if you are finding any difficulty with the funding side of the things, I told the student entrepreneurs are getting funded by Startup Seed India and through SITBI, and this is related to the social media domain, I guess. So there you can reach out to DIPP or Department of Science. They are providing after 5 to 10 minutes. And these are, there are a lot of other skills. So we'll share, I can share with the skills.
And also, I forgot the main thing, the core idea of our startup. See, we thought our first idea of this startup was podcast. How many of you know what is podcast? Not Spotify, podcast. See, podcast is a digital audio file which will be stored online that you can access throughout multiple electronic devices. Okay, so like suppose if a person is very good at if a person has very good knowledge about Mahabharata or Ramayana, right? So we don't have interest, but we want to learn, right? What happened? So to give the details, a person will be sitting. It's kind of like interview, but not an interview. He will be talking. So when you can do your daily things, you can walk. Like when you go to job, you can plug in your earphones and listen to the podcast. So it will be also providing you guys and students with multiple opportunities to come forward, speak about your interest. It can vary from mythology, tech reviews, or designs, anything. You can come, we will be having weekly episodes. You can come sit with us and talk. We will be telecasting that episode throughout multiple social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram. Also, our native app. If anyone want to talk or interact, ask any doubts regarding startup, you can.
But distribution channel, how you
Distribution will be through our apps and also multiple social media platforms.
you have already built that.
No, sir, we are still building. This is just very premature.
Is it similar to Clubhouse average user? Is it similar to
No, sir, this is just educational issues.
Okay.
No other user from outside of our college can access.
You can hear the kind of stories, there are different kind of
Similar to
but you are trying to engage with
Students.
Okay.
providing students with opportunity.
And how you are going to take care of data privacy and this kind of things?
We have talked about this.
Because see, most of the students are
And if they are only comfortable, then we will be providing the video in our hand. If they are not comfortable, we will be reading
that you need to figure it out because Google nowadays, even when you are uploading your app in the Play Store, lot of things you have to take care of from the data side of the things. And with the Indian government IT laws, lot of things are getting strict. And as you will be taking the voice side of the user and a lot of other. So the first thing should be to take care of the data and how you are going to handle it. Obviously, you are taking the data, but you are not storing it. That's a good
If anyone wants to ask anything regarding our startup, you can ask now. Thank you everyone for listening to my story. It was a pleasure talking to you.
mentioned related to the funding side of the things. Again, I'm repeating that the startup state India scheme, wherein you can get up to 50 lakhs from the government of India, and you have to mention all your graduation details and all those things. You can log in directly over there and you can apply for that. Or even you can reach out to the incubation. There are a lot of incubation centers right now. And if your product is on the idea stage side of the things, I will tell you to reach out to few angel investors, because at this stage reaching out to venture capitalists doesn't make any sense. Angel investors, reach out to friends and family. See, the first kind of funding you get is from the friends and family, and that is one kind of the validation. If someone else is going to fund you, then he or she must see whether your friends and family has invested in you or not. If they haven't invested in you, then they don't have a confidence. Then how you can think that this guy, X, Y, Z person is going to invest? Okay. So basically, an investor doesn't only look into the product; he looks at you as a founder. What is the potential you hold? If the things are going to be very difficult, how you are going to manage that? So the funding side of the thing, angel investors, you can reach out. There is angel-based angel network. Hyderabad Angels Network is there. You can reach out to T-Hub. T-Hub is organizing a program wherein they can help you out by building the MVP in the shortest span of time. T-Hub link I can give out to you. They will help you out to launch your product as well. And if your product is very good, they will help you out with the funding as well. But T-Hub is the world largest innovation center. So you can reach out to them. So these are the funding schemes. So basically you start with the angel investor and this thing. Government, there are a lot of government startup, Calender must be giving the funding. So for this startup, Odisha used to give it the funding. Or you can also do something monthly allowance the government is giving for the student loan, up to 22,000 to 30,000. I think that will be enough for you to hire someone or something like that. So you can reach out, that is monthly allowance or monthly incentives. So this is from the funding side.
Sir, till now you have discussed about the service-oriented startups. All of what I observed is service-oriented startups and innovations. But if you come into the mechanical engineering and civil engineering guys, so where these people are not familiar with this coding and all programming skills, so they are also having some innovative ideas. So for them, do you have any ideas or suggestions for them? Like, because I am mechanical guy. Oh.
Yeah. So basically, since the last 7 to 8 years, what we have seen a tremendous increase in the digital startups. But at present, after 2020 or 2021, we have seen government is pushing towards more into manufacturing startups. Because ultimately that holds. If there is a manufacturing, the more employment will be generated. So what government has done right now is the semiconductor industries as well. Semiconductor or the defense side of the thing. For the semiconductor, the government is giving the subsidy. The government will be giving you the initial part of the funding, because obviously the government understands how much money that is going to cost you in order to do something related to semiconductor side of the things. So the mechanical side of the things, from the mechanical side of the things, we have seen a lot of things. For an example, I am associated, not associated, I would say, but we are using their service. There is one electric something that is based out of Hyderabad, the Hala Mobility. They are one of the emerging startups out of Hyderabad,
and they have basically designed their bikes, they have designed their scooters, and those scooters are used as biker delivery riders. You can charge it for a day, and that will run for up to 100 to 200 kilometers. So these are kind of the innovations from the mechanical side of the things are also coming. As I said, the government is also pushing for the semiconductor thing and the manufacturing also. The manufacturing side of the things again, I doesn't come from that background wherein I have understood, but there are a lot of innovations going on from the manufacturing and the agriculture side of the things. Okay, so there are a lot of problem statements, and the government will be helping you out with those incentives and the subsidies, and there are a lot of other things also. So this is from the mechanical and the manufacturing. Again, there are other startups which are into defense as well, defense and aerospace also. There are few startups from Hyderabad who are into the aerospace, and obviously those building those kind of startups requires a lot of capital. Again, as I said, government is helping out to each and everyone out there. If not, the government is helping out. If you are not getting the funding from the government, you can reach out to angel investor. The Indian ecosystem is growing like anything. There are a lot of angel investors in the network, and there are a lot of early stage. Remember this thing: the early stage venture capitalists are also there. Yeah, so you can send your pitch deck forward to them, and they will validate your idea. Even in the idea stage, a lot of people are getting the funded. It doesn't have to be technology. Those are sector agnostic. Sector agnostic means can be from any sector. Okay, so just reach out to them, and we are moving definitely in the right direction.
Yes, anybody? You have any ideas, any doubts regarding setting up of your idea into a startup? You can share. You can ask. Still more time is there. Okay. So this event is organized only for student beneficial only. So I'm requesting you to make use of this event effectively. Okay. The efforts that we are putting from management, faculty are only for the benefit of our students. Okay. So you are all mature enough. You are almost reached final years. Okay. Most of them are final year, and some of them are third year. Yes. Okay. So anybody would like to share your ideas? Then feel free to share your ideas. Okay. Sam is also more or less your age, but he was a student before few years before. Like he was the one among you guys, but now he has succeeded in his way. So how he planned his ideas and implemented, I think he could share effectively to reach pitch your ideas. But if you have still any doubts, you can ask. Still time is there.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, my innovative startup idea is about plant-based proteins. In this fitness industry, we have a lot of source of proteins which are available mainly from non-veg materials. But there are many people who want to get their source of proteins from in a plant-based way. So, there are many ways to extract a protein from a plant by the stems of the roots, which are a high source of fiber, which can then be stimulated into a source of protein. That's all I know about it right now.
So basically, this is the plant based, right?
Yeah, sorry.
That is plant based.
Yeah, plant-based proteins.
Have you this still in the idea stage or?
I've just thought about it. I don't know if it's in the industry or not.
So are you sure that that is going to be effective and that
Sure. I watched a Shark Tank episode in which a guy who basically comes and shows a product of this. It's like actually whey protein as a source of protein which can be consumed by mixing it with water and some powders. But some athletes think that it is not a good source of protein for non-veg people, non-vegetarian who prefer to have only vegetable source of protein. So we can extract from the fruit stem, the stem of the fruits, which have a lot of fiber, which can be then transported into a source of protein.
so the pain problem is for the basically for the athletes or even one who is into the fitness also.
Everyone, sir. Athletes and the people who are in fitness industry.
Okay, so yeah, so you are saying the one who is vegan, and if he or she is trying to consume that food, and yeah, that will be same as equal to the one who is consuming the non-vegetarian food or chicken.
Absolutely.
Okay, that is good. And so regarding the product development, have you thought something about it? But this is a good idea because now lot of the audiences are moving towards healthy side of the things. And you have to, and again you need to check out the guidelines by the medical authority and this kind of thing. But this is a good idea, and there is a open protocol for the health as well, for the health industry as well, wherein that will help you out if you are in case building this product. That will help you out with the sales and the revenue side of the things as well, with higher visibility and demand.
Thank you.
are all engineering students. We want to get hired in a good company. So we want to go to the company, but you are saying to start a startup right now. So because your perspective is comparing to good company, startup gives you more benefit. So that's why you are here, sir.
Yeah.
So my doubt is, are you suggesting to go to a good company, or you are suggesting to start a startup with your own idea?
See, that depends on a person to person. Each and everyone varies, their objectives are very different. For me, when I started my journey, I worked, I was in MBA. Right? Basically, at that point of time, I never had that kind of motivation in me. Let me create something and that is for the greater. For me, it was like I faced a pain point. What was the pain problem I faced? I thought, okay, my objective, I cannot be an employee for a long period. My situation was that. Why? There is a reason behind it. The reason was I never wanted to be associated with the coding side of things or the technical side. I basically wanted to be on the other side of the if I would have done the MBA, then I would have been. No, I wanted to build a product that actually the users are going to use. Okay. From that product, the employment is going to be generated out of it. That was my objective. And if your objective is to be very skilled in that thing, then I would suggest you to start a startup. See, starting a startup doesn't have to be independent. That will come up one of the day. You will be going somewhere or you might be facing a problem. Then for most of the founders, even from the founder of Buddha, his name is Bhavi Sagar, he used to, even from Flipkart guys, Bhavi Sagar used to work for Microsoft. And he was traveling outside of Bangalore to somewhere and he faced some kind of a problem. And after that problem, he started one startup that way. Then his next venture was started. And after facing some of the things motivated him. Oh, let me build this system wherein the mass citizens will be benefited. People will be employed with money. So this is the way. He never thought that I will be an entrepreneur or something. So if your objective is not that way, and that is not going to give you the happiness, then there is no point. See, never do something that you don't feel. I am there, I am doing this startup because I love it. Even if there are thoughts, even if there are challenges, I feel good about it. I just overcome it. I know the challenges. And if you are feeling that, okay, I am going to be very good at it, and I will be learning things. That's your job.
tourism is the main spot everywhere happening. So me and my friends had certain discussion that we wanted to make an app where some tourists wanted to come some visit some places actually. So they don't know what are the special places that are available. So if they develop any app, so if we develop any app, any place like we wanted to make a room and we wanted to put some ideology like timings, will be not available, we don't know, but that's basically an idea actually. So what do you suggest, sir?
There are few apps available similar. The idea that you have that is like TripAdvisor and even the other apps who are into the hotel industry. Based on your location, they kind of show you in the form of tabs that places to visit, 10 places to visit, nearby parks, this kind of things are there. There are similar apps who are operating.
But that wasn't very popular app that.
Okay, so just tell me one thing. So you belong from Warangal, so you basically know what are the nearby places. So if you guys are building a product, okay, for an example, what are the places nearby other cities? How you guys are going to generate that information? How you are going to guys going to get that information?
That is what I am telling, sir. Some regional places have some specific developments. So some tourism wanted to go from one state to another state.
Don't do one thing. Just get some social influence all over India. They must be very good at that particular place. There must be the local buddy. There is a similar app called Travel Buddy. They recently got a funding, a seed funding of Series A funding. The founder is sort of the Travel Buddy is similar to that. If I am coming to Warangal and if I am going to that is a social media platform. Then they will, I can find a social buddy of Warangal and it will guide me out to other kind of things. So these kind of apps are also there. So you need to find out what these guys are doing and what is the market gap. Obviously, you will find some of the gaps. If you start studying them, I am not saying you shouldn't start. If what started was Ola also started. But there is a gap always, there is something or some other thing that bigger players is going wrong. So you just need to rectify that and start a similar pattern. But if you start with it,
That is what the procedure I am asking for, sir, actually.
so how to start?
Yeah. Any idea? You can see, sir, like Rapido and Oyo. So basically from zero investment they started, sir. Basic on ideology. Some areas will have some rooms. So based on the app you can book that anytime you want it.
So you are trying to build a app. You need people around to be helping out. You want to build a app. You don't have the money. Obviously, a company starts with zero. So you need to find out a friend of yours who has the similar vision as you. He is going to be your co-founder. He will be doing the coding. You will be taking care of the marketing inside of it. Let us start with the product building. Once you get the product done, there you don't need them, right? Once there must be some other investment. As I said, the first form of investment comes from the friends and family. Even when I started my first startup, I gathered from my friends, from my family. Then it went on and I kind of debate them like, this is how the things work. So your friends and families will be the first one. Investment that you must be taking. Just find someone who is raising manage with you. Just start with the, just don't get stuck in the idea that there is a difference. Most of them just think they don't execute. You need to start executing. Just create that mentality of just don't think. There are a lot of, I see a lot of them has the ideas and
Thank you.
thank you. if you guys need any kind of assistance related to product building or from the funding or building an MVP, you can reach out to me via LinkedIn or I'll share my email ID as well. And uh, if you guys need any from the branding side of the things, or if you need someone as a co-founder who can help you out to design a product as well, then I can help you out with that thing as well. And so the funding, branding, and some of the scheme side of the things, you can reach out to me directly.
don't go outside. Mechanical guys, please. Come. Only 2 minutes. Please wait. Dean sir is coming. Once the Dean sir comes, only it will take 2 to 3 minutes for finishing talk. Okay? Please bear with us.
Please.
కి ఎగ్జామ్ 1K అన్నారు.
Now it's time to convey a vote of thanks. First of all, I'd like to convey our today's speaker for accepting our invitation and coming over here and making the program really a grand success. Thank you, sir. We are very fortunate to have your valuable presence over here. And next, I'd like to thank our Chancellor, sir, Dr. C.H.P. Purushottam Reddy Garu, for providing us such an excellent opportunity and encouraging us in whatever the aspects we proceed. Thank you, sir. I'd like to thank Professor Shri Damodar Garu, Vice Chancellor of Chaitanya University, for encouraging us. I'd like to also thank Professor M. Ravindra Garu, Registrar, Chaitanya University, for making the program a grand success. Next, I'd also like to thank all the deans of various streams, and I thank from the bottom of my heart Professor Shri Shankar Garu, Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, for helping us, motivating us in each and every aspect, and getting registered for this IIC and for the conduction of various activities. Anyhow, we have successfully conducted activity 1, and today we have successfully conducted even activity 2 also. Still we have many other programs ahead. So I'd like to thank sir for providing us such an excellent opportunity. I'd also like to thank the president, convener of IIC as well as the coordinator from various activities for directly or indirectly helping the program towards the successful lead. I'd also like to thank all the faculty members from various departments for participating in the program. And I'd like to finally thank all the students for your patience and for your interaction with the speaker. Thank you, ma'am, because your presence is must, and you are the persons who makes the program a grand success. Thank you once again. Last but not least, I'd also like to thank all the non-teaching staff, press and media for supporting us in making the program a grand success. Thank you, one and all. I request all the students to please be seated over here for 5 minutes.
క్లోజ్ చేయమంటారు ఆఫ్ చేయమంటారు.
Just I want to eat your 5 minutes of time because you are hungry lunch time.